Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Aili Bhattacharya and today we're gonna study method of data collection for primary data. We were left with two subtopics, right? Questionnaire method and schedule. Then we're gonna study the difference between them. Then we'll study the merits and demerits of questionnaire method. And our next topic will be method of data collection for secondary data. There are only three subtopics for it: published, unpublished, and online database. So let's start with questionnaire method. Okay. So what do you think questionnaire method is? The term questionnaire means it is a list of certain, like systematic arrangement of questions. All right. Just a minute. Yes. So what is the term questionnaire means? It means a list of certain systematic arrangement of questions relating to the subject of inquiry. If I write it down, a list of systematic arrangement of questions. I'm writing only questions here, which is related to the subject of inquiry. All right. It is necessary that the questionnaire is designed with due care so that necessary data may be easily collected. If the data is not arranged properly or the questions are not selected properly, then the answers or the information collected will not be very accurate, right? So it should be done with due care. Okay. Now, coming to our next subtopic actually, which is schedule. What is schedule? In a schedule, one find a list of items. Suppose this is a list of items, okay, on which information will be collected. Here, information will be collected. Wait a minute. Yes, information will be collected. The exact form of the question to be put to the informant are not given, and task of questioning, explaining the desired information is left to the whom? Investigator. Did we talk about investigator in the questionnaire method? No, right? But in schedule, we have investigator. Okay, we will understand the difference in this topic, right? So the difference is, first, let's make two columns: questionnaire and schedule. See, first is the definition, of course. A questionnaire is a list of certain systematically arranged questions relating to the subject of inquiry. Okay, a list of questions. Whereas scheduled is a list of items on which the information will be collected. So it is a list of items where the info will be collected. Next point is the exact form of the question to be put to the informants are given in the questionnaire. So the exact form of questions are given to the informant, okay? Are given. But in schedule, this is the opposite, of course. So, whereas in schedule, the exact form of the question to be put to the informant are not given, and the task of questioning and explaining the desired information is left to the investigator. Okay? So it all depends on the investigator. Coming to the third point. In questionnaire, the answer to the question are recorded by the informant. Okay? Informant only records his or her answer, whereas in schedule, the answers are recorded again by the investigator. So, what we can understand from here is the investigator is playing a very important role in schedule, right? Actually, yes. Now, coming to the next topic, which is merits. Merits of whom? Questionnaire method. First is, it is less time consuming and economical. Less time consuming and economical. Second is, it can reach large number of population. Can reach, okay, I understand, right? Can reach large number of population. For example, I can think of very nice example for this, just Google Forms. Google Forms are so nicely arranged, the questions are very nicely presented and arranged, and it can be circulated among large number of population, right? So it can be an example for questionnaire method. Number 3 is Answer can be taken anonymously. People may not provide their names. Okay. And number 4 is no interviewer biasness is present. No interviewer biasness is present in this form of data collection. Okay. Now coming to the demerits. What will be the demerits? First is non-response of the questionnaire. Why do you think this is a demerit? And it is a demerit, of course, but this is the biggest disadvantage actually of questionnaire method, because if an applicant is not filling up the form, you can identify which applicant has not filled up the form, right? So the non-response is a very big deal for this demerit thing. Okay. Now coming to the next point, which is misinterpretation. Wait. Misinterpretation of questions may occur. So if the applicant is not understanding the question, is misinterpreting the question, then how will the person solve the answers, right? I mean, give the answers, accurate ones, cannot give. So this is again a demerit. Nobody is there to explain you the questions. You need to understand it yourself. So coming to number 3, it is not accessible for everyone, specifically for illiterates. I'm very sorry to use this word illiterates because I don't have any alternative to this, okay? Why is it like this? Because the person who is illiterate cannot read and write, cannot fill up the form, right? So this is again a demerit. We have 2 more. Fourth is no scope for deeper investigation. No scope for deeper investigation. Of course, if you want to ask the person personally about the subject, you cannot do it because this is a set of questions which the person need to answer, just that. And fifth is incomplete or dishonest response. Nobody can check, right, if the person is filling up the form accurately with proper information. So yeah, this is all for the demerits. Now we'll come to the examples where this questionnaire method is used actually. First is market research. For market research, what do you need to have? Customer response, right? So to access customer satisfaction or preference. Okay. Point number 2 is academic research. For academic research, like for collecting primary data in different cases or feedback from teacher or student, right? Feedback from who? Teacher or student. Okay. Now we will come to our next topic, which is method of data collection for secondary data. We only had 3 subtopics for it, right? As I already discussed. Published source. The examples will be government publication, research journals, then books, reports, newspapers. These are all the examples which I can think of right now. You can even think of something else, okay? So the next is unpublished source. For unpublished source, what can be the examples? Diary, letter, company database. They do not publish the company database, right? So yeah, company database. And then what? Personal data. And the third one is online database. What can be the examples for it? Websites, digital archives. Okay. So yeah, This is all for today's class. We have completed method data collection for primary data and secondary data. Okay. For the next class, we will study presentation of data, which includes textual, tabular, and graphical representation. Okay. So yeah, that's it for today's class. Keep learning. If you have any doubts, please comment in the comment section, or just drop the doubt. If you have anything to ask for or any topics to know, please do that right in the comment section too. So yeah, thanks for watching. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.